Hi, and welcome to this astrology forecast for November. My name is Patricia. I'm a quantum healer and astrologer, and we're going to look at the energies this month because there's something very special going on. So let's dive in. Okay, there we go. Here is a chart of this month, November. And this month starts with the full moon in Taurus on November 5th, and it will be on 13.33 degrees Taurus. So if you have anything special in your chart on that degree, then this full moon has a specific meaning for you, like an intense meaning. Also, when you have something on 13 degrees Scorpio, of course. And what this full moon in Taurus represents is the need for grounding, because the energies in November are very intense. We are going through the Scorpio season, and as we have seen, the veil is thin in this month. So this means that we can easily lose our grounding. So the full moon in Taurus reminds us to connect with our physical body, to listen to our physical body, and to use our body as an antenna. Another interesting event is that on November 7, Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and harmony, will move into the sign of Scorpio, which gives us this intense energy. Intense in the sense of deep emotional um, feelings of love, connection, intimacy. It also makes Venus a little bit vulnerable because Scorpio is so highly sensitive that when Venus, our need for love, to receive love and to give love, enters this very sensitive energy, it means that we can also feel this vulnerability. And this may reflect itself in a certain need to have control in romantic issues, in relationship issues. So actually, the message of the full moon in Taurus is saying trust, have trust, don't control everything, but trust the heart. This is really about aligning the heart and mind and spirit. November 8th, we can see that Uranus is moving back into the sign of Taurus. Very interesting because Uranus is being related to new types of communication. Now, when it moves back in Taurus, it brings up an old theme of the last, let's say 7 years, as if we need to complete something before we can actually move on to the new energy of Uranus in Gemini. So, I think that this will be mostly be seen in a mundane issues, so not specifically on personal issues, unless you have something in your chart on the last degree of Taurus, then it will become personal for you. And Uranus back in Taurus has also got to do with grounding and being mindful that our consciousness is also an antenna for what is happening on the collective field, also the earth field, because our planet Gaia has also got an auric field and a consciousness. I believe that planets have consciousness, not in the same way as we humans have consciousness, of course, but still living beings. And Uranus is asking us to align our consciousness with that of the planet. We can tune into the consciousness of the planet, connect with it, because it is our home base, isn't it? And on November 9, we can see that Mercury is moving retrograde. Interesting, because 2 days later, Jupiter will also go retrograde. So then we have the two planets that are related to communication, higher vision, are moving retrograde, which always points to the need for introspection. And very interesting that both of these planets are moving retrograde at the same time. Well, basically at the same time. And so it's about tuning into the heart space to see how do we want to communicate from the heart and how do we want to communicate our feelings. And this is about introspection before you actually communicate your feelings. Because Mercury and Jupiter are both related to education, this also shows that this is actually a time to reflect on how we learn, how we process information, and what do we need to process information, because we all do that in our unique individual way. So, what do we need as an individual to process the information that is coming to us? It also shows that we need to withdraw from all the information that is bombarding us on the internet. And so take a little time off the internet to reflect on all the information and wisdom that is inside of you. Okay, then we move on. November 19, Mercury will be back in Scorpio, and on November 23, the Sun will move in Sagittarius. Now, this is important because when the Sun is moving into a new sign, this gives the Sun an extra boost of energy. So, if you have something in Sagittarius, then you can use the energy of the sun to bring more life force energy into that part of your being. On November 24, we can see that Mars in Sagittarius is forming a square to the North Node in Pisces. So this has got to do with karmic issues and to balance our need to be assertive with our need to be in peace with ourselves. So this is about finding inner peace by being assertive. And of course, in a mundane sense, this has got to do with war, finding peace, and the need to compromise. On November 27, we can see that Saturn is moving direct at 25 degrees Pisces. And I think this will be noticeable for people who have their sun or moon in Pisces. And Saturn is always a little bit the energy of restriction, as if we are being held back. And so when Saturn is moving direct again, it feels as if the energy is starting to flow again, and things will start to become much easier, smoother, and as if things are moving forward again. So, a very positive energy for those who have planets in Pisces or the other water signs, Scorpio and Cancer. November 29, Mercury will move direct again at 20-degree Scorpio. Of course, when Mercury moves direct again, we can always feel that because it's as if the communication opens up. And not only the communication, but also vehicles, travel issues, as if things become much easier and in the right flow again. So this is really an interesting month, and we can also see that there is a grand trine between Jupiter, Mars, and the conjunction of Neptune, Saturn. And this grand trine is all about wisdom, connecting the heart with our mind and our willpower. So when these three align in a harmonious way, then we have strong ability to manifest our dreams. And I believe that both Neptune and Jupiter are very much about our ideals and our dreams. So this grand trine gives us a reminder that if we have been disappointed the last couple of months, or even 2 years, if you have Saturn in an important position in your chart, then don't hold yourself back, but know that you can come back to the surface again and realign yourself with the positive energies and go for it, go for your dreams. Okay, this has been November forecast. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the December video. Don't forget to subscribe, please, to quantumhealers.com, and also take a look at my website, quantumstarportal.com. And thank you for watching, and see you next time.